So we have Dr. K.K. Deepak, who is a visiting professor with Center of Biomedical Engineering in IIT. He was professor and head Department of Physiology in AIMS, and of course also the subdean or in exam. And now he'll talk about both. He has two things to talk. One about cross training. As you know, there are IITs which are starting medical colleges. ISC Bangalore is also starting a medical college. Kharagpur already has a medical college, and of course, Professor Deepak is a visiting professor in IIT now. So please share your thoughts about both these topics.
Good evening, Dr. Shokatan. Thank you so much. And my gratitude to Dr. Sneh Bhargav. Thank you so much, madam. You are an inspiration. You are truly an inspiration to us. And in 1984, I became senior resident and you became director. Thank you so much that time. And 89, you signed my faculty appointment letter. And the vision you thought about CMET, Center for Medical Education Technology. I was in the middle rank, and so I went to Dundee Institute of Technology way back in '89. And since then, I've been into medical education and shaping medical education. Even now, currently, we have a project on use of AI in medical education to predict the performance based on the first year and second year or the final performance between IIT and AIMS, which is going on. So the topic given to me, the cross-border and crossing border, so I have two aspects to cover, and I'll go extempore to speak about these things. So the first thing is that a focus is on school students, and students should be trained well how to read, how to do things, and which means kind of a student's pedagogy. That's why the pedagogy word came in. So good, we have taught teachers to become better teachers. That's fine, and that has been working to 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 larger extent, not full extent. I'll tell you that later. But the pedagogic skills in the students are the most important. And what we get here, some point of time, and now, luckily, 2012 onward, when I was in CMET, we started. I was a chief of CMET then. I started the introductory talks to students about how to learn, how to get well, those things of short courses we have started. So the students' pedagogy is very important, and it's important because if they don't know how to learn, how to understand, how to talk, and how to appreciate the questions raised by the teacher, that's what Dr. Bishop said. So if that does not happening, that is, so students are the main focus. So the early exposure of students in pedagogical skill, whatever they have. In India, what we see is a kind of a diversity among students. That have seen some of the students cannot speak English. So we started English classes at AIMS itself. 25 students roughly will attend classes for 1 to 2 months. That's one extent. The other extent, students are brilliant, those who knows the skills because they come from higher strata or they have developed or their parents have taught pedagogic skills to them. This is one phase. Some people have missed those skills development. So it's important in even in MBBS students, even at MD level. I've seen students come and they stand in a seminar room. They will not speak, although they are brilliant. So those skills is important. Somehow it is faculty's our duty or administrative duty how to bring them on the par or enhanced level by certain percentage. So that is the one focus I have important thing. The second important thing, as suggested by Dr. Ashokatan, what do we teach and what we get out, the assessment drives. For that, in fact, I must go little history that in the beginning, we started work on OSPI, which we published in 80s, and then it becomes a very good tool because we're trying to assess almost not 4 or 5 practicals, but hundreds of the sets of OSPI, thanks to Dr. Shanaya and Dr. Bijlani, and then we did a pioneering work in OSPI. So that was published. So that is the one thing way. Then we went into the PBL. In fact, was formally Dr. Gangachari came, and then we have experienced PBL, tried in Nepal, and also I was in Saudi and seen the PBL disappearing within the 2 years of time. So we have seen the problem with the PBL. PBL came and disappeared. At AIMS we tried, but it didn't work out because we have been a traditional curriculum. So then I was in Saudi, and then we found that a lot of differences between genders. So we did a study on the gender education and medical education. We did publish a paper. One of the important things, we did a question banking, because before going to Saudi, I was subbed in here in 2001, and 2001 onward, I've been conducting all India entrance examinations, what Dr. Bishu was saying. In fact, the answer to that is India, the number is so large, we cannot conduct entrance examination by other means other than MCQs. So that has come to stay and still going to stay. It's very difficult to have that large number, 1.26 lakhs students, which means maybe 10 lakh students are appearing at any point of time because of cumulative effect. So question banking became a good piece of research we did publish that once you have a question banking in your department, in your institution, then the assessment becomes better. It is uniform. If you maintain a question bank, you maintain uniformity, and then you can prioritize. What is a rare disease, you may not ask that. What is a common, you can give a weightage. So that is one of the important things which we did in fact in 2 years time in Saudi, and which is now very useful, a faculty development program. So I come back to CMET and faculty development program done in India. See how we are selecting people to be sent to medical education. So 44, I was a batch in 13, we went there. And quickly after 1 year, I see people falling out from medical education. Right over in the Dundee, we started having the fight. Why should we do the, some people will say, why should we do this? I'm doing this. So why this is happening, why people are not interested, what kind of a path you can make. We published a paper. It's on faculty development program. We ask people what are their choices, what they want to excel, the place where you want to have a lifelong learning. We went to the requirement of the institution, and then we try to match and find out the difference between the two. There will be people who want to do medical education. There will be people who want to do some kind of other scenario. The other things, maybe a device development, maybe they want to excel in innovations or doing research or publishing papers, something like that. So until you find out what skills are matching, what skills are deficient, and in those skills people send, therefore the faculty development. Faculty development has to be satisfactory for the faculty, not for the institution. The moment you put everything to the institution, it just fizzle out after some years. So this is the faculty development program we conducted. And then because once you don't do that, then what is called the hidden curriculum. When you teach, you are expressing yourself, your satisfaction to the profession. If you're not satisfied, the words will not come from your heart, and therefore you will not be interested. You will just take a job and then do the job. So that is the where problem comes. I've seen people not going to the library for 20 years or 30 years of time. Where's the lifelong learning? But I'm sure the lifelong learning can take place in the area where you are interested in, what you love and what you want. The moment you fit to that area, therefore you can go in that way. So coming to some more modification in the teaching. So I've been, even for last month, I took lectures at AIMS in the CMET. So for last nearly 35 years, I've been still continuing. I've been publishing, even we are publishing now. So what I have seen here is that what how do you make choices and people so that they are satisfactory in medical education? One of the problem which I quickly realized moving to IIT Delhi, that most of the equipment in your institution, like in OT, the 98% are imported equipment. Even in a microbiology or physiology, the high-end equipment. Why India does not have high-end equipment? That's one thing. But I'm also sure that India needs not only high-end equipment, but also need the equipment for the remote area. Like I know Yogesh Jain and Dr. Bishu was saying Jan Swasth Sahyog, and I learned this story how the problem they were facing in a Bilaspur when they don't have a fridge or they don't have things to carry out research or they don't have a cold water. So they did a frugal innovation. They did a lot of innovation. So India needs innovation in medical sciences, both low end, maybe called jugaad or frugal, but also very high end. But in absence of medical fraternities participation, it will not happen. It will never happen unless people come out from their silos and they come out and then try to help engineers or so. So now coming to the hardcore understanding of a human being. Now you love physiology. If I love physiology, okay, I love physiology. Okay, what are my secondary skills or anybody's secondary skills? People always have a love to natural sciences, and what happens when you come to medical sciences, you actually shrug away with the natural sciences which you love. Like you have mathematics, but somebody is good at biomedical engineering, somebody is good at chemistry, and somebody may be good at humanities and maybe engineering skill. So if the whole medical sciences, if you find out some people who come out from the silos and help doing. Therefore, the new concept by the new ICMR chief is that physician scientist, they want all people to do PhD so that they explore their skills for development. Therefore, the faculty development program in medical education, the curriculum should be so designed that they have an opportunity to have electives and they discover themselves. Now, currently, it's a good thing happening in the country. Now, IIT Delhi is not opening a medical college just for the sheer fact at 3 kilometers we have AIMS. So that's what it is. But IIT Madras is already have plans. IIT Kharagpur already has a plan, and they have started different courses for MBBS students. Also, the different courses with the medical science and technology. Now, the current good scenario is that at IIT Delhi, there are 100 faculty at IIT Delhi working on medical problems. And where they're working? They're working at AIMS and nearby hospitals, IGIB, ILBS. They're also working in a private hospital like Max, Apollo, and name it. So we have, at least at IIT Delhi, there are no boundaries. I'm aware of other IITs like public-private partnership. So we talk to anybody, whether private or public, whatever. It does not matter to us as long as we are working together. So this kind of a new ethos should come into medical sciences in the curriculum, and this should start right from MBBS level. You give an opportunity to students to walk out from this his whole. He can do complete MBBS. However, he want to develop something of his choice. I'm sure he's going to be lifelong learner in that field. I'm sure my first students, MBBS student who joined, published a good paper on biomedical signal processing, Sanjay Jain. And then now he is in US, very good position. So he wanted to do some medical devices development, something like that. So he's working on tuberculosis. He became a pediatrician now. So John Hopkins, now he's working. So that's what our curriculum has to be open. It should take care of the choices, maybe through elective, maybe through this, and give the steer so that they become a lifelong learner in the field where they want. So therefore, the faculty development program should also be modified according to this. And therefore, the India needs everything. It's not only medical education, good doctors, a good environment, good facility, good telemedicine, good kind of medical devices, good image processing skills. It has to come here. Otherwise, we are going to borrow the technology. We're creating manpower, and manpower all the time trying to rush, going away from the country. And therefore, this is what is required. It has to be more holistic approach. And I wish this comes up, open curriculum comes up. And thanks to NEP, which is now helping us for the little movement, which is also helping us to come up like you can do whatever you like. And that's what it should happen. Therefore, I wish good luck for medical education. I still continue publishing. I still have a project in medical education over last 30 years. So thank you so much, Dr. Ashok Ratan, for giving this opportunity. And once again, thank you for my colleagues sitting over here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Deepak. It was very illuminating to listen to this.